got to thinking today that sometimes we know things that could show us how to do other things. Does that make sense? There's things that are so very simple to us, and yet hidden in a way of how those things are made up, there's surprises and things we can learn from it. And so I thought I would show you one today. And it has to do with the D chord. I think everybody knows this D chord. But this D chord shows me a lot of different ideas. And you say, well, how is that possible? I mean, we all know all the sus chords and different things you can do with it. By taking your pinky finger and lifting fingers. But that's not what I'm talking about. I would like to show you that, for instance, if you know the D chord, then you know that the D chord, and you know that the D chord, D note is right here. Okay, I mean, we have another D here, it's our open string D, but right there is the D. But the interesting thing is if you know this D, and you put your pointer finger on it, and then reach over like you're going to do a C chord, and grab that 5th fret at the 5th string, it's another D, right? So here we have D, and there we have D. And of course we have the open D. That's string D, all right? So you know that part so far. So D shows us this. If you know this is the D chord, then you know from this triad that the root is always going to be right here where this ring finger is. That note right there is a D. And if you reach over, put your pointer finger on it, reach over down 2 frets over on the 5th string, you'll have another D. That's why if you make the full D chord, C chord shape, and then 7th it, you have D7th, right? Okay. Okay, so that's true for D, but is it true for other things? Well, yeah, it is. Remember we said that if this is D and you move up 2 frets, where are you at? You're at E, right? So that means this has to be an E note, okay? Because you're just moving it up 2 frets. There's the E note. So if you put your pointer finger on that, and you just reach over like you're doing a C shape or a C chord, there it is right there, E. Okay, so there we have it. And if you make that same shape, the C chord, and put that 7th on there, you now have an E7th. Barring A. So there's your E7th. There it is there. There it is there. Okay, so if that's true for E, you move up 2 frets from D, you come to E, you look to where that ring finger is, put those down there, you found the 2 E's. You can make your E7th shape if you want. Or you can just play those 2 notes. Say you're playing along and you need an E, well, you know where it's at. Okay, so it's just a fast way to figure it out, because you know where E is, because you know where D is. So D shows us E. And E to F, remember E to F is only 1 step. E to F and B to C, I keep saying that, but you got to remember that. E to F is only 1 fret. I think they call them semitones. So we have D, E, then 1 fret. That has to be an F. And guess what? Wherever your little ring finger is there, same shape, there it is right there, part of that little upside down triangle. That has to be an F. So that means if we put your pointer finger on that and reach over like you're doing a C chord, there's another F. Of course, if we lay down that shape again, we got F7th. So D chord showed us a lot so far, right? Just going from the D chord to the E chord to the F chord. Now we get to G. Oh, there it is again. And sure enough, there it is. Reach over. There it is. There's G7th. Hear that? Same chord, just up here. And we figured that out just by knowing D chord and knowing that the D chord root note is right here where your ring finger is. So that means if you move up, everything else follows the same pattern. And you can find those notes as well. So we can find D, E, F, G, and we go up 2 frets, we get to A. Sure enough. Interesting thing on the G, if you reach over and you grab where your ring finger is, which is a G, and then you play the open string, G, which is your 3rd string, right? And then you play the 2nd string, fretted at the 12th fret, that's a B. There's a nice G chord. It's a short G chord. It's only 2 of the notes. I suppose it's a power. If you just play those 2 chords, it's a power chords made up of 2 notes, right? But it's a G. Okay. So we learned all that just by knowing D and knowing that the D root note is right here and reaching over, finding that note like you were making the C shape, and it works for every one of the chords as you move that triad up the fingerboard. That's what I wanted to tell you. It's real simple, but I think it's something, play around with it, listen to it, and get it into your head because it'll help you find your way around the fingerboard, okay? It'll help you from not getting caught lost because you'll be able to find those notes, all right? It's just an easy way to do it. And eventually you don't have to think about it, but and you automatically know that, but you know, but for now it's a way to find it, okay? So I thought I'd share that little pattern with you, and I hope it helps you. And we're going to leave it right there, but I hope, well, let me just remind you. Okay, first of all, we have a live coming up on the 21st, and on the 22nd is the member Zoom call. So those 2 things are going to happen. And I put out information to everyone on that. I just want to make sure you mark your calendars and don't forget it. So I always kind of give a quick blurb on it on my videos. I'm going on a road trip coming up on the 11th, or well, it might be a couple days earlier than that. I might be going on the 9th. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm working on it now. It'll be during that 2nd week of May, and we're going to be going a southern trip from California, driving down the coast from Northern California. And along the way, I'll be stopping at guitar stores. I have a number of them already mapped out, and I'll be sharing those stores with you. Hopefully, if they let me video when I go inside, I'll play all kinds of guitars. So if there's a certain guitar you're looking for and you want to hear it, leave me a note. Let me know. You know, if you see this guitar, please play it. Okay, and I'll pick it up and I'll play it, and we can talk about it from the store. I'll try to remember to share those. So, but you got to let me know. Okay, and then what else? Well, I think that's it. But don't forget, mark your calendars, and we'll move through that. Have a great time. All right, so I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.